Now, Randy Orton. Let's talk about Randy Orton. He just signed a new 5-year contract with WWE that's going to take him all the way through the year 2024. He'll be, well, let's see, he's 39 now. I don't know when his birthday is. I don't know when he turns 40. If it's in the next few months, if it's later in the year. I could look him up after on Wikipedia. But he'll probably be 44 years old or so by the time this contract is over. So this was a surprise to nobody. It should have been a surprise to nobody. I said as much. I said he's not going anywhere. I never even entertained the idea that Randy Orton was going to leave and go to AEW. No matter how many times he talked about how I love Cody, and he's streaming Call of Duty and talking about, hey, did you see that AEW show last night? And he's putting things on Instagram teasing that him and the Revival and all these people are going to leave. Not for 1 second did I ever believe that he was going to do anything other than stay with WWE. Because why would he leave? That would be like Derek Jeter leaving the Yankees and going to play for the Angels or something. Tom Brady leaving the Patriots to go play somewhere else. I know there are some circles they're kind of teasing that there's some dissension there between him and Bill Belichick. I think Brady wants a multi-year deal. They want to sign him year to year. So there's a lot of drama going on there in New England. I don't buy for a second that Tom Brady is going to go play for some other coach in some other city. It just wouldn't feel right. Randy Orton anywhere but WWE doesn't feel right. So he's sticking around. He's not going anywhere. Now Orton on Instagram. Boy, he loves to stir this up on social media. Randy Orton, it's almost like, I almost feel bad for the guy. He probably realizes that WWE has no plans for him for WrestleMania. There's no big match they've got on the agenda for him. So he's trying to get something going for himself. Which I guess you got to do if you're Randy Orton. You got to sometimes take the initiative and you got to try to create your own storylines. So when The Rock came back to SmackDown a few weeks ago, he was on social media tweeting at The Rock, trying to get The Rock to agree to a match at WrestleMania 36. Hey Rock, what do you think? The battle of the third generation stars, you and The Rock and Randy Orton at WrestleMania. And I don't know if The Rock ever responded. The Rock certainly never said yes. The Rock is not wrestling Randy Orton. I don't think The Rock is wrestling at all. But he tried. Where's that Simpsons gif of Bart Simpson with the cake? At least you tried. And then in the garbage it goes. So that didn't work. So now he's on to the next one. He holds up a picture of the new Delta Sky magazine. Delta has this in-flight magazine. He's traveling somewhere, I guess. He holds up the cover of the Delta Sky magazine, and on the cover is John Cena with the headline, Up for a Challenge. It was some kind of article about Cena. So Orton says, I'm on a flight to London, and I see this striking young man asking me a question. Why, yes, John Cena, I am up for a challenge. Are you? Let's say, I don't know, WrestleMania 36 maybe? Or does Hollywood have you booked solid? And I gulped when I saw this photo. And all the comments from people, yes, yes. I don't know why they spell it that way, yes. That's all they say. Yes, let's have Randy Orton and John Cena, yes, at WrestleMania. And I'm like, you fools. You fools. Haven't we seen enough? Have we seen enough of John Cena and Randy Orton? And people will say, well, Solomonster, it's been a few years. Aren't you ready for the next John Cena-Randy Orton match? No. I had enough John Cena-Randy Orton matches to last me the rest of my life. The last thing you will ever hear me doing on this podcast is sitting here saying, I want to see John Cena wrestle Randy Orton. It is kind of surprising that the two of them never had a singles match at WrestleMania. I will say that, given their history together. But no, I have no interest in seeing John Cena come back to wrestle Randy Orton at WrestleMania. And Orton can try to make, look, he's got to try to make something for himself. I get it. You know what I'd rather see? I think if they play their cards right and they build it up the right way, an intriguing match could be Randy Orton against Aleister Black, who's also on that Raw roster. Now, Aleister's out with a knee injury right now. I don't think it's overly serious. I think it's a tweak. So let's say he comes back and he's healthy. Aleister Black against Randy Orton at WrestleMania? What do you think? I'd be down for that. There aren't a lot of, I don't look at that Raw roster and come up with 5 different names that I'd love to see Randy Orton against. I think Randy Orton on social media is actually very entertaining to follow. I wish he could be so entertaining all the time on TV. But, when you're in the company for so long, and maybe this would be the argument for the people who would say he should go somewhere else, he should go to an AEW. Because when you are in one place for so long, you have worked with and wrestled everybody that there is to work with, and there's a certain sameness to it. People get bored. There is something to be said for leaving for a few years, going somewhere else, and then coming back. I guess I could see that, and somebody like Orton might benefit from that, because it's hard to get excited about a Randy Orton match, right? I mean, he's been there for so long. We've seen him for so many years. And he's wrestled, even on the current roster, so many different people we've already seen him in the ring with. I don't know, it's hard for me to sit here and come up with a list of all these guys I would love to see Randy Orton in the ring with. Him and Aleister Black, to me, could be a very interesting matchup. Just going by who's on the Raw roster right now. But Randy Orton against John Cena? Count me out. No thank you.